Let's do this! And this is Super Vegito! Show me how tough you are by beating me!
Alright everyone, JB here, and we're back with another Dragon Ball Legends video here on the channel today. Now today, gonna be going over Ultra Vegeta Blue. Pretty much his best teams I think currently right now, and some equipment for him on certain teams. Gonna go through all of that. You know, you guys probably wondering, if you did not see my last video, I did not pull Mr. Vegeta Blue. So we have the Ella version as the representation for this video. So therefore, you know, stay tuned. I will be trying to go in for round 2. Eventually, maybe sometime later this week, next week. But yeah, gonna be going through all of that. First setup that we already have is Future. Definitely gonna be one of his best teams in my opinion. But as always, if you find this video informative or helpful in any way, consider leaving a like on the video and hitting the subscribe button is very much appreciated. Now, Future, right? This is definitely one of his best builds. On this setup, you obviously want to have him in the leader slot because his ultra ability is focused on Fusion Warrior. So you want to have Goku Black. You don't want to have him in the leader slot, but you want to have VB in the leader slot. Now some solid options. I have Trunks there because he's, in my opinion, he is probably a top 10 Zenkai. You know, I only have him Zenkai 4 and he feels pretty good. You know, nothing too crazy, but he definitely has a buff, right? Now, if we're looking at equipment, right? The first thing I want to talk about is equipment and everything. So on this setup, right, you can run, let's go ahead and pop this. Now I feel like this equipment right here with Jiren is a must, since this is basically one of the highest base, you know, strike attack you can get from any equipment in the game, up to 45%. And then I feel like another good equipment for him would probably be definitely this one right here. This equipment, in my opinion, if you're running him pretty much on any type of build, right, especially Fusion Warriors, this is a must run because, you know, first slot I don't have it maxed out. You know, a lot of these equipments I have to grind. I'm kind of waiting for the Bonanza to come again in a few days. This one is giving over 30% straight, special move up to 10%. Then you're getting some more health up to 10% and some ultimate damage. Now this one is a must run. Now what I like to do is now look at the pure equips, right? So we have our base equips, looking at our pure equips. Now the best two ones I would say to run is either, you know, if you're running only for a future setup, if you're running a future setup, run this because this is 18% to pure. Basically what that means is, what I like to do is I like to run one pure and 2 base equipments, because if you're getting enough base, you know, strike attack from the Z abilities on the bench and your equipment, you can just run one pure equip, and it's not adding to your base stats, it's technically multiplying. It's multiplying pretty much everything, like your soul boosting, your stats, all this stuff. So therefore you always want to run one of those. Now you can run either this Future Gohan one, which is, like I said, double defense up to 18% pure, or you can run there is another solid option with this Vegeta equip. Now only run this if you're running Trunks, because this bottom, it only applies to you know, Vegeta Clan battle members. Now, you know, this is a pretty good equip. Like I said, I don't have all these fully, you know, grinded out. It's kind of hard to find time to grind a game in between work. So therefore, but this is giving double defense, some blast attack, and then up to 15% pure to strike attack. Now you are getting a little bit more from the Future Gohan one. So either one is still a good option. You're still getting a good decent amount from either one. But as far as any other like equips on this setup, you know, maybe if you guys don't have this Jiren one, if you don't have this Jiren one, I do suggest probably there are a few other options. This one right here, Now this one, it's a little tricky on the bottom slot because we don't have the bonus event going on, but it goes up to 35%, and you're getting some defense and critical. I would rather key recovery, but anybody can re-roll that if you have enough erasers. But this is another option if you don't have a journey equip. Anything over 30% is pretty high in my opinion. Especially for base stats. As far as the the bench, this is like the main type of bench that I want to run with this setup. So with this setup, right, you're obviously getting a Zenkai buff from Trunks and Mai right there, and then Goku Black is being Zenkai buff. And I like on certain setups, I like to have a little bit more HP because my Goku Black is only 5 stars. So he definitely takes more damage and dies quicker. So having Mai right there for the health. But if you don't want Mai there, you can always throw in anybody else, right? If you want just another person for like stats, as far as like you throw Rose on the bench. He deals strike attack to future and God key. Or if you don't have Trunks at all or his Zenkai, Rose is a solid option, in my opinion, if you want to run him. Or you can run Blue Zamasu. But I do say that once his disrupt and killing his key and everything, the ability is gone pretty much, is used up, he's not that usable except for his endurance, right? But yeah, that is the first setup that I probably think, obviously on this setup, same thing with the other characters. Rose, you want to give him a lot of strike damage, special move, and run one pure with him at least. That's what I like to do. As long as you're getting a good amount of base, strike attack from your equipment and your Z abilities from the bench, you're good. Just run one pure and the rest to be base strike. But let's look at the other team I have set up. Now this one is pretty much a Fusion Warrior setup. Now obviously, like I mentioned before, Ultra Vegito Blue is being represented by LF Vegito Blue. Yes. Because I didn't pull. For those that might have skipped over that part. Now with this setup, he is being double Zenkai buffed. Now you have the free to play Vegito giving both defenses and some strike attack. So you want to have Ultra Gogeta Blue in the leader slot, because either way it goes, they're getting all their bonuses regardless. But that way that Gogeta Blue gets all the buffs from Z abilities on the bench. Now you have both Zenkai buffers right there. Super Gogeta and Vegeta Blue. I got Ultra Super Gogeta there just for the Z ability, for strike damage and everything. Now on this setup, right? Pretty much on all these setups, you're gonna want to run this. You're gonna want to run this equip. It's pretty busted, especially for the base strike. Now on this one, there are a few options you could do. Now, if you want to, you can also, I forgot to mention, as far as the pures go, right? You can run this one right here, which deals up to 15% to pretty much strike attack. And then you also have I can find it. This is another option. This one goes to 1250 if you have a God Key battle member. Getting defense and some blast attack. Now, obviously, the other one is giving a little bit more. But all the same, they both still work. Whichever one you prefer to run, that's up to you guys. But there is a few other options. I don't have all the equips, obviously, on here. But I'm trying to find it if I can find it here. This Trunks equip is another one I want to talk about. I meant to mention that one for the future setup. So this one is for Vegeta Clan and Tad Future. Same thing right here, powerful opponents. So if you're running Rose and Trunks, that's pretty much a pretty decent equipment you can run with them. Now another one that I wanted to talk about, if I can find it for you guys, is his new Plat equip. Maybe I passed it up. Yeah, I might have passed it up. Oh yeah, so it's gonna be this one. I don't have Vegeta Blue, that's why I can find it. Now this one, it is optimal, but it is a pretty good equip in my opinion. Double defense first slot, 30% base strike attack, and same thing. You know, you're getting health, ultimate damage. I feel like if you want, say for example, if you don't have either this equip right here grinded yet, or you don't have any of the other equips that's up here, like for example, this one, it's only 20%, but there's a lot of, he has a lot of options to different equips. Some I don't have grinded all the way, but you could definitely run something like that if you want to run this, the Durin equip, and you can run the Fusion Warrior. If I can find it, I just saw it. Yep, Fusion Warrior right here. Now you can run that, or you can run, you know, if you don't want to run pure equips, like I said, you can run something like this. There's a lot of options. I would say this Trunks equip, but I do not like that little minus right there for the defense. Yeah, so I'm good on that. But he has a lot of options, like I mentioned. You know, there's more. You know, the same thing with this, but you're getting minus the blast attack. So if you want to build them a little bit more tanky-ish, since you're being double Zenkai buffed on this team, like I mentioned, you can run this Zamasu equip and then run this Vegito equip. This is definitely total, you know, it's an option, right? You're getting health from both this one and also this one, with plenty of strike attack and some special move and ultimate damage buffs. That's, you know, he's going to be doing a lot of damage. You know, this team, I feel like, is always going to pack pretty good regardless. You know, also Vegeta Blue, it has fallen a little bit, but he's still a good unit, you know. So that's what I think. You know, bench wise, if you don't want to double Zenkai buff him, you could take out Vegito and you could replace him with Gotenks. If you know, that's up to you guys. If you'd rather have a little bit more health than having just raw, you know, strike damage and everything. You know, everyone has their preferences. That's what I think so far in the second team. And, you know, the equips for him. I was thinking about going through everybody else's equips, but, you know, there's no point. This is solely just for Vegeta Blue. But that's what I think on equips for this team. You know, if you want to build a little bit tanky, if not, like I said, you can run a pure equip. Either this Goku Black, you can run that because you have Vegeta Blue on this team, or you can run the Fusion Warrior pure equip. And like I said, the other equip is also optimal as well with this as well. But next team to look at, let's see. Alright. Not that one. We're gonna be looking at this team. So this is basically a red, purple Fusion Warrior setup. Now you have Pan in the leader slot, of course. Now I don't have Super Vegito, you know, 7 stars, so I don't have his Zenkai. But you know, for those that do, you're obviously double Zenkai buffing. You know, Vegeta Blue again. On this setup, you know, you got more options in terms of equipment, not just for Vegeta Blue, but you know, overall for the team as well. Now, like I mentioned, he has a lot of equips, but on this setup, if you're gonna run a pure equip, this will probably be your best option right here. Now, obviously, he has other equips that you can look at. Like I mentioned, you have this one. There was another one, but I don't know where. I might not have it grinded. That's probably why. But there are some other options. You know, if I can find it. Let's see right here. Because they have certain equips for Vegito Blue that I don't have. I meant to mention this. We got that one, but that one's not that good. But this equipped as well. It's not bad, right? Now, obviously, you know, this equip is mainly focused on God Key. So therefore, you need to have a full God Key setup, right? Now, I'm just mentioning this because I did not make a preset team for God Key. But obviously, you can run a God Key setup with Goku Black or the other LF Rose. Either one works in my opinion. You know, this one isn't too bad. You're getting pure defense. You're getting base strike attack, base blast attack, same thing, pure defense. It's not a bad equip, right? It's not bad at all. I feel like this team is more just like a customizable team, right? Obviously on this sub, like I mentioned, you're always gonna want to run this equip. As far as any pure equips, best option on this team would probably be this one, Goku Black, since you're gonna have Ultra Gogeta Blue on this team. You know, Gogeta Blue, I know since this might be the last team I might mention, so I might as well just throw it out there. But if you want, you can run this one. I like to run this one. That's giving a lot of special moves and strike damage. You can run that one. And then this one right here, I do like this one. This one is optimal. You know, you're getting blast attack, strike attack up to 30%, or well, actually more than 30%. You know, a little bit of defense. That one is optimal. You can throw in something else if you want. There is a awakened version. If I can find the equip down here. Yeah, I don't think I have it. Oh no, it's right here. There's also this option. 20%, you know, first slot, double defense. So basically you're getting about 30% strike attack and some more health. You know, can never go wrong with health. But if you guys don't have Pan, another option, you know, because I need to expand it, right? So another option you could do is for another red. It's pretty hard to think because I don't think there's like a lot of contending red units in the game. I'm trying to think because it's you know, Pan is obviously the support on this team. Yeah, there's not too many options on red. I mean, if you guys want to, you know, I will say if you want to run this guy, but he's decent, right? I feel like, you know, if you want to run Vegeta Blue on a Uni-Rep team, that would be cool. I think that'd be cool as well. But yeah, there's not too many options. You know, this Pan is providing the support and the disrupt and everything. So this team flows if you have all the right, you know, everything that you need, right? Pan, obviously we can just give her something of a mix, right? Give her some health. I like to build her pretty much defensively, but giving her a little bit of special move or some health. If you want to take this last one off, you can and switch it out for that one. I like to do that as well because there's no reason to build her fully defensive. You know, you want her to do a little bit of damage, that would be great. But that is personally what I think on the best teams and equipments you can run for, you know, Vegeta Blue in general. Certain teams, you know, I don't have all the equipments. I could go and search for them, but that'll take too long, you know, and that's personally what I think. His two best teams are gonna be Future and pretty much Fusion Warrior. You know, Goggy they're a little iffy right now, right? But those are some pretty solid teams in my opinion. Those are his two best teams probably right there. Definitely Future. Him and Rose is going to be a problem. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Comment down below what kind of teams that you have, you know, you have them running on. Unfortunately, your boy can't run them. But yeah, you know, it's fine. Definitely not salty. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Comment down below what teams are you running them on as your main PvP team. I would love to know. But as always, everyone have a blessed day. It's your boy JB. I'm out.